Hello. We are here at 2205 Oxford Street, checking out this new construction property built in 2025. It is a nice modern home. So without a further ado, let's get started. So we are here at La Floresta subdivision, phase 1, a nice, gorgeous community located here in North Mcallen, just a few minutes away from everything that Mcallen has to offer, and about, I would say, 5 to 6 minutes from Trenton and 10th Street, which is where all the Targets, the superstores such as HEB, and many other stuff that you can go into, I guess, commercial wise. But ultimately, you are minutes away from restaurants, commercial, and so much more. But you got this nice, beautiful modern facade, all stucco exterior. You got your landscaping. I think that's like a Japanese trees, if I'm not mistaken. And then you got this nice and spacious front patio. Big old door, gold accents. And the foyer is an actual foyer. So we'll go ahead and we'll turn around real quick. Wow. So you got this little foyer here. Even a little niche that you can put stuff into. And as soon as you walk past the foyer, this is the main congregating area. So stepping over here, you're gonna have your living room. It looks like you can mount your TV there. Does that mean you need to mount it there? No, but you can actually mount it on that wall. If you're feeling a little bit risky, maybe this wall too, but I can see that wall and that wall over there for the TV placement. Now you got this big old tray ceiling, and as we walk a little bit forward, we're gonna see the dining area. So this is the dining area. Beautiful. I love the fixture, and I like that it's pretty simple. Not like an overly decorative comfort ceiling that's like a tic-tac-toe format. You have this simple, nice 3D effect in the ceiling designs and simple tray ceilings with like accent trim on the edges. Now this is the kitchen. I love that the beige trim on the windows and sliding doors match. Of course, they're not, color match, but they blend in really well, especially with the sun hitting it. So it kind of conceals the beige color, and it kind of blends in with like this gray, olive green / brown color. It's like all very subtle and, put together. And then you have, of course, but for the most part, in a lot of modern homes, your accent contrast island. Not the countertop. The countertop's like a snowflake white quartz countertop, along with the backsplash as well. You've got your double sink over here, beautiful gold brass fixture that matches. Well, actually, no. That's like more gold. That's like more brown. And this is like more grayish. And you got really gold fixtures or handles in the cabinetry. Would have been nice if everything more or less matched, but it gives it a little bit of personality, I suppose. But ultimately, you do have your dishwashing space. You have your pot filler, full oven, range hood. And I guess we don't need a pantry because there's lots of cabinet space. You've got your refrigerator space, and this is more or less the main congregating area. Because another congregating area is going to be outside, which I think they executed phenomenally in this home. So walking through this hallway, you are going to have your tray ceiling. Again, very simple but elegant at the same time. You got your double emergency exit window. Don't know what I guess they were doing here, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Should they have spaced this out more to the right? Or maybe I'm just making things up. Maybe these two over here and then the bed over here? I don't know. It looks like the only placement you have for the bed really is this wall. Yeah, so I guess it's just this wall over here. I really wish they would have done better with the window placement here, but it's not the end of the world. So you got your bed here, right? You can put your TV over there, maybe a dresser, or like maybe keep it simple, just have a nightstand and the space between the wall and the bed to go, I guess, on and off the bed. But okay, I just wish there was a little bit more autonomy, but that's just me, personally and professionally. You've got the double vanity, very nice fixtures, all kind of blending in pretty well. Your walk-in shower, you get your niches in there, and then you've got your walk-in closet. Now the closet, I think I really would have loved for this closet to be a little bit bigger, but I think it's enough space. Now us guys, we're probably getting this corner over here, and of course our missus is gonna have like 80% of the closet, and that's okay. But that's just the way it rolls. And then you've got your private commode over here. Nice and simple. It would have been nice to have some floating cabinetry, but that can be added afterwards. It's not the end of the world. And then over here, we're gonna have the first guest room, which is right across from the master suite. Now I love that they added some nice cabinetry into the wall. They do have two separate closets, so it's like a nice in-law suite, to be honest, because it has its own full private bathroom, which is the ensuite. So you've got your in-laws, one for mom and pop, and then you got some extra space here, and they have their own private bathroom here. So walk-in shower, you got your toilet and your towel rack. So it's not too bad. I like it. And now we're back at the main congregating area. Now over here to the left, we're gonna have the utility room and a nice little window. Love it. You got a nice little sink. Now it would have been nice if they actually matched this quartz countertop with the rest of the house, so the snow white, but that's okay. You got some floating cabinetry. Now personally, I am too short to reach up there, so for me at least, and most people in the RGB who on average tend to be short as well, are gonna need a stool. So unless you're significantly taller, you might not need one, but ultimately for me, I know I would. But you got your washer and dryer connection, shelving rack, and then this is your 2-car garage. So 2-car garage, you do have a tire stopper, breaker, the 2-car garage door itself. Now this should be self-closing. It looks like it's not done correctly, but that's honestly a very simple fix because it's like a spring mechanism that can be easily fixed. A little closet for your water boiler, and of course additional storage, because this garage unfortunately does not have the additional storage on top. But a lot of builders opt out of it just because if they do end up having to install it, they have to add a firewall. But that is only required if there's an access point to the attic of the garage. Now this is the guest room right over here. And it's full bathroom, so you got a base cabinet, sink, you have your walk-in shower, your towel rack, and that's installed a little bit wonky. So I imagine that the access point up there is gonna be a little bit hard because there's gonna be a vent, one vent right there, and then another vent, because that's the exhaust vent for the restroom. That's the AC vent. I don't know if they're in the same vent system, but I imagine it's going to be somewhat complicated accessing over here. But what's great though is that you do have your AC closet down here. So that means that switching out the filter requires no ladder. And me being short, it can be kind of scary sometimes bringing your ladder, going all the way up to the ceiling and switching out your filter. But that won't be required here. So this is guest room number 3. And then now, this is guest room number 4. Closet, and then you got some beautiful cabinets installed into the walls. Give you guys a different point of view. And yeah, that concludes the inside, from all the living space, including the what would be a part of the total square footage, which is the garage itself. But let's check out this backyard. I love it. I wish my house had this, but man, it's expensive to get this kind of stuff. But you got your first little patio, which is, sideways, decent sized backyard. You don't need too much, you guys. And then you got your little pavers. This is your kitchen right here. Look, like that. So you could be inside, kind of enjoying the day. You got this pergola over here, nice foundation. And this is it. This is your yard, Not too big, not too small. Honestly, this is not small at all. You could add perhaps a little lap pool right here, as long as it's within the 6 feet, or maybe a pool back here. And so, it's a beautiful day today. So I can only imagine enjoying this day with this yard. And then you got an access point over there. The kiddos they find a way to get out of the house or out of the property. I know that I was one of those, and just constantly exploring around my area. But wow, I like this house. But you guys let me know what you think of this property. There's even a little foundation right there for storage. You do have your electric meter, more soffit lights, floodlights, electrical stuff. Let's see if we can find the AC compressor. Looks like they have their own makeshift sprinkler system right here. And there's the AC compressor, but not a bad community. I've actually moved a few families over here. Zero complaints. You're not too far away from all of what Mcallen has to offer. But you guys let me know what you think of this property. Thank you guys so much for always watching. Please be sure to follow my social media platforms such as Instagram, TikTok. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. But thank you guys for always staying tuned. God bless you all. Stay safe. And I will see you in the next one.